guys, it's Melanie. Happy Saturday. Welcome back to ye old weekly home fragrance roundup, the video that Alf and I like to upload most Saturdays here on our channel, where we just kind of talk about all of the home fragrance that we used over the course of the past week. So candles, wax melts, what we were lamping, what we were crocking. If you don't know what a crock or a lamp is, there is a video, just one video regarding both of those topics. It explains basically the devices themselves, how to use them, which might be a better option for you. So if you are not familiar with crocks or lamps and you are really getting into home fragrance, you might want to check those videos out. There's also links to crocs and lamps that I think are great performers. I will also be linking everything that I am showing here in the description box down below. There's going to be discount codes down there. One quick update about discount codes. Homeworx actually recently revised their policy again. And that was due, I think, largely to all of the complaints from, quite honestly, both customers as well as Homeworx ambassadors. As you may be familiar, Homeworx opted to change the policy on their website that just made it really difficult to try to save a little bit more when making a purchase on their website. So most sales, you are not able to use either your rewards, which you accumulate as a customer and then can cash out on a purchase to, again, save a little bit more money, or you can use an affiliate code to, in the past it was a 10% off, but they actually increased our discount codes to 15% off. So I think that was a positive change, and you should be able to now use my 15% off code, which is just MELANIEP, all capital letters. The information will be down below. You should be able to use that with the vast majority of sales to save an extra 15% off your order of $40 or more. So there's still that $40 minimum. But use whatever is going to save you the most money. So if you happen to have some rewards, check your reward center and cash that out if that makes the most sense, or use an ambassador discount code to save an additional 15% now when you are checking out and you're checking out with more than $40 worth of product. So the one thing that will probably happen is that there won't be like a ton of free shipping in the future. There's usually free shipping like over $100, and I think that that might definitely remain pretty frequent. But in terms of like other free shipping, that might be going away, but they do use, you know, just like flat rate shipping. So anyway, positive update there for sure. And so that's a good thing. But anyway, back to that description box. It's a whole lot of information down there. I will also put the sales that are happening this weekend from the different candle companies that I'm personally sharing here. So as always, Alf is in my lap. We are both actually wearing black today. Well, I'm wearing black and blue. I kind of look like a bruise, I think, today. But anyway, he is in my lap. So the snoring, the snorts, the, you know, sneezes, whatever might be happening down here, that's from Alf. So if you're not familiar, he's 2 and he's a pug, and he is the cutest thing ever. If you're into pugs, follow me on Instagram. I usually post the shenanigans of Alfie and Penny over there most days. So all right, let's get into it, you guys. Man, there's a lot to discuss. First of all, I currently only have one candle lit, and that is because this morning I changed all of the wax in my Scentsy warmers, and I just really like the situation that I'm dealing with right now in my warmers. We'll talk about what I have in there a little bit later on in the video, but I'm just kind of wanting to enjoy that particular fragrance. But I do have Kringle's Cozy Christmas going in the downstairs powder room, so that's currently in there. If you missed it, I did do a Kringle Best Holiday Tree Scents lineup type video earlier this week. I will link that in the description box down below as well. So if you want to know what my favorite tree scents are from Kringle Candle, check that video out. And the only lamp that I'm currently using is the one that's actually in my office behind this wall over here. And I have a 3-wick Homeworx Autumn Pumpkin that was sold in a trio on QVC. It was a TSV. I don't remember the year. I want to say it was maybe 2019. It was a great trio, but in that particular trio, the Autumn Pumpkin, for whatever reason, always got puny wicks. And that was super frustrating. So I just ended up popping that one underneath a lamp, and it is performing so well underneath the lamp. So if you are struggling with some of your Homeworx candles, may I recommend checking out my candle lamp video. The lamps that I recommend, at least one of the lamps that I recommend, has some really great features in terms of being able to move the shade up and down. And that will get you a lot, that will get the actual bulb a lot closer to the candle. So you're getting a really nice even melt. And honestly, I think the strength and throw of some of these Homeworx candles is actually better underneath a lamp than it is even when it's lit. So especially if you're dealing with something like the puny wick syndrome, where you're just not getting a wax pool at all. If your candle is at that point and you can't return it, then I think the next best thing is to pop it underneath a candle lamp and just enjoy the fragrance that way. I'm sure you probably have another candle on hand that you can light for the ambiance of the flame, but don't just throw that candle out. Get some home fragrance life out of it by popping it underneath a lamp. So that's the only lamp that I'm using this week. Now I do have some Kringle Halloween candles in 2 of my candle crocs upstairs. And I know that that's probably so cringy to those of you that collect the Halloween candles. I actually love both of these scents. So I have Vampire in the back bedroom. That was released, I think, last year. And then I have Sinister. Both of these are kind of borderline fruit, almost fruity scents, but darker fruits. So definitely still appropriate for this time of year. And then I have Sinister in the crock in the master bedroom. I'm loving both of those in the candle crocs. I don't view candle crocs as, or I don't view, I guess, crocking candles as a waste. I'm getting some really great, consistent long-term home fragrance. And I, for one, am not, I'm not a huge Halloween person. I'm obviously a massive Christmas person. The mess is still behind me. I'm still decorating, but, yeah, for me, Halloween isn't the holiday that I go all out for. For me, it's Christmas. So, I would probably never do that with Christmas labels. Actually, I do at the end of the season. When I get bummed out that Christmas is over, basically everything goes in crocs between Christmas and New Year's, just so I can get those out of the system, and then I can start fresh on January 1st when I take all the holiday decor down. So yeah, anyway. There is also a country candle blue spruce in the candle crock in the downstairs laundry room. Honestly, you guys, that one, I have to turn it on and off. If you only crock candles and you want a cool blue spruce holiday tree scent in your house, get that candle and melt it. Holy smokes, you guys. It's actually so strong that literally I let it pull out completely. I leave it on for maybe another 20 minutes beyond that, and then I have to turn it off and I have to let the wax solidify again, because it's so strong, so just all encompassing in terms of the fragrance output. It basically killed every other candle that I was burning at the time, the Scentsy stuff that I had going. It just overpowered everything. Now, it's a really nice, cool, outdoorsy blue spruce scent, but it did not perform nearly that strongly when it was lit. So that's kind of the power of the candle crocs. Sometimes it will actually turn a candle that when it's lit, it's just kind of maybe a strength or a throw of a 5 or a 6, somewhere around there. But sometimes if you put them in a crock, you'll get a strength and throw of more of an 8. So anyway, I'm not saying that's going to be the case for every single candle, because it's really not. But there are some that actually do better in the crocs than they do when they're lit or underneath the lamps, quite frankly. So anyway, so that is what is going on in terms of crocs and lamps. And now let's get into what I finished this week. So I did finish this. Hold on. Ooh. I've been trying to finish this for many moons. I bought a Candleberry cookie jar. Are you leaving? Oh, you're just readjusting. Okay. Sorry. Alpha's, he's moving around. I purchased one of these ridiculously enormous cookie jars from, what's it called? Candleberry. I just said it. Candleberry this year. This is the vanilla crumb cake. It was definitely my favorite out of all the fragrances that I tried. Ordered a bunch of wax melts to begin with, just to see what scents I was kind of gravitating towards, because I knew I wanted to try one of these. And vanilla crumb cake was the fragrance that I landed on. Sorry, he is just, his butt is pushing against the camera. I'm hoping that it doesn't. Here, let's just push it back. There we go. Anyway, so let me show you guys what this looked like when it was all done. So the burn originally, probably to about, I would say almost 3/4 of the way done, was fairly clean, pretty consistent in terms of strength of throw, had really great strength of throw. You've got a large opening here. By the way, this is like a literal cookie jar that you can clean out this wax here and you can reuse this. Obviously wash it very well, but you can totally reuse this. I will be reusing this myself, but I need to figure out how to get this wax out because it got a little funky towards the end. Now, I'm not complaining because I think I got my money's worth out of this. So this is what it looks like at the bottom. I'm just gonna let the camera focus on that. So you can see that the last burn, the last couple burns actually were a little rough. Like it was kind of having trouble pulling out, and so it formed these kind of like valleys, hills, whatever in here. Basically, I burned this until it extinguished itself, so the wick clips worked. But there still is quite a bit of wax in here that I'm gonna have to figure out how to get out. I think I can probably pop this into the freezer. That should harden that wax up, and I might be able to just bust it out like that. And then there is a little bit of wax residue along the sides, a little bit of discoloration for sure. I mean, this wasn't like a completely flawless burning candle, but it's really not bad, right? And again, these are, they're spendy. They're 150, but the burn time is ridiculous. Did I keep track of the number of hours? No, I didn't. I meant to, but I don't know. There was a time when I took a break from this candle because I was just kind of tired of the fragrance. If you're going to pick a candle of this size, really make sure that you like the scent because you're going to have it forever and ever. Jeez, and ever. That was a good snore, right? Anyway, do I still think it was worth it? Absolutely. Just again, find a scent that you really like. So cookie jar completed. I will certainly purchase another one at some point. They do put these on sale periodically, so I think the next time they go on sale, I would definitely consider repurchasing at that point. But I need to find a different scent. So they do have a really delicious like pumpkin pecan waffles dupe type fragrance, and that might be one that I pick up next because that just smells good. So in terms of other big candles that I was burning this week, you guys, this bad boy right here. I also discovered that they actually have this in their hearth size as well. What is this? It's Voluspa Noble for Garland. I actually have an in-depth review coming up of this tomorrow morning. The video is already filmed. I fell in love with this candle, you guys. I'm just telling you right now, if you are a fan of really true holiday tree scents, she's an excellent option for you. Obviously a little bit more spendy, but with Voluspa, you're definitely paying for packaging. I mean, look at this glass. It's all embossed. They've got these little gold accents here. The wax is beautiful. They use a coconut wax. This is 38 ounces. And does it have a burn time on here? No, I have no idea what the burn time is, but probably pretty substantial. I feel like this is a very slow burning candle. I think coconut wax in general, just it's kind of like soy, where it's a slower burning type of wax. But you guys, I love this thing. I love it so much. And I went on the Voluspa website, and they do have a hearth size. Now, here's the thing. At Bloomingdale's, at least right now, they have the hearth of this fragrance available for $188. It's an absurd amount, right? Like, that's a lot to spend on one candle. But I did spend like $150 on this, so not that much more. I really love the jar so much. Like, this jar here, I will be keeping for the rest of my life. I think this is so absolutely stunning, and I think a lot of what you're paying for with Voluspa are definitely their vessels, but it's worth it, especially if you just invest in like a season or something. But I've been interested in trying more Voluspa candles. I just never have had any luck with their single wick candles or their tins. The tins are great for bathrooms, but the single wick candles, they don't give enough oomph, right? Like, I'm not willing to spend that much on a single wick to get that level of performance, but I'm willing to spend on this one to get a really, really great performance and a beautiful vessel at the end. So anyway, if you're looking to splurge this holiday season, maybe if you normally go for the Nest Birchwood Pine, try this instead. And I love Birchwood Pine. In fact, I have a Birchwood Pine right here because when it comes to Nest candles, I have a duo that I have used for years in my home now. It is a must-have for every holiday season. It is Birchwood Pine and Nest Holiday. Both of these are staples, and I splurge on them every single year, even though Nest continues to increase the price of their candles so much. But I'm still willing to invest at least in these 8-ounce sizes. I actually tend to have the best luck with the Nest 8-ounce sizes. Their 3 wicks get really messy and dirty on me after the halfway point. Like, they are filthy, and I don't understand it because there's nothing that I do differently in terms of candle care. The wax just discolors and gets gross, and I don't know why. I have tried putting the candles in different areas. I've kept them out of drafts. I've put them in hurricanes. I've taken them out of hurricanes. I have used candle sleeves. I have tried all sorts of things to try to get the 3 wicks to burn properly the whole way down, and I just can't get them to do it. Sometimes I do still buy them if I can find a good deal on them, because worst case scenario is I can melt them and get some really great fragrance out of them that way. But when it comes to Nest, a lot of us purchase these because of the vessels, the design. It's just a pretty candle, right? So like this, I would really rather not melt this, but I mean, if I have to, I will. But this vessel here, oh, so pretty. It's so pretty. I can't stop looking at it. Actually, it looks really great with those Nest candles there. All right, let's keep going. You guys, the holiday tree fragrances were in full effect. I don't even have my Christmas trees up yet. My poor husband has to climb up the ladder to bring them down. It's always his most favorite part of the year. Actually, I think his favorite is when I make him get up on the roof of our very tall 2-story home and put up the Christmas lights, which every year he's like, I'm gonna just hire someone to do this. And then, like, we don't. Have you priced that out? Oh my gosh. Holy cannoli. Have you guys priced out what people charge to put lights up on, like, gutters? I need to, like, get over my fear of heights, because that is my next business move. I am telling you right now, get yourself a really tall ladder, get over your fear of heights, and start putting out signs to put up Christmas lights, because you will make a fortune, an absolute fortune. So yeah, no, we're putting up our own lights this year. And then I need to figure out how to make a business out of that, because I can make a lot of money doing it. Certainly more than what I'm making now at my current position. So anyway, let's discuss the tree scents of the week. This is Wishing for Christmas. I love it. Hopefully you guys picked up some of these Mercury glass jars when they were 30% off. They're no longer 30% off, but you can save 15% with my Kringle discount code. Information for that will be down below as well. Oh, you guys, I just love this one. I adore this with, like, a burning, burning passion. It's also available in the Country Candle line this year. If I'm gonna like look at both of these candles, I am 10 times out of 10, I'm gonna go for this in terms of like aesthetic over this. I've said before, I really don't love these jars. Like, I don't know, it just seems like a very old fashioned type of candle jar at this point. I just feel like these could use an update. I know that saying that is, there's people out there who are just like, I love those jars. They will always be around. Almost, I swear, every major candle company has used this particular style of jar or still continues to use it to this day. So it's still a pretty popular style, but I really like the more clean lines of these Kringle candle jars. And I just love when they do this specialty glass. They also do it with their reserve candles. They paint them black on the inside, and they actually hire like a specialty company to do all this. So they're just perfect. Like this mercury glass finish is absolutely stunning. I mean, so pretty, right? I also have the red ones, and I have the white as well. That is the Fraser fir, snow-capped Fraser fir. Anyway, this is cookies, vanilla, sugarcane, and pine. It's basically sugar cookies and Christmas trees. It's perfect. And that's what this is too, but different color wax, different container. Honestly, I think that this performs better than this in terms of strength and throw. So if you're looking for a little bit more oomph, I would say go for the mercury style jar. That being said, I think if you put this one into a croc, you would get a powerhouse performance. So I'm still gonna do an in-depth review of this one, even though I've already reviewed the mercury glass jar last year. But I wanna like record or like film basically the difference between the jars, like in terms of strength and throw. So look for that at some point in the next couple of weeks. I wanna get to at least maybe like this point here, so I've still got a ways to go. That's a very slow burning candle. I put a review up of this bad boy this week. This is the white chocolate cheesecake from the Country Candle line. It was new for holidays this year, so if you want to check out my review of that, it is live. Okay, listen, I was so bummed to finish this, but I did. I finished my jelly donut. Now I have a couple more. I really hope that you got your hands on this when it was recently released. I did post on both Instagram as well as on my community tab here on YouTube. So hopefully the information got to you in time before it sold out again. But they did re-release Jelly Donut, which says to me that it's gonna hopefully keep coming back now at this point. So they do re-release these reserve candles periodically at this point. The idea originally was to have them maybe be more of like a one-off, but a lot of these scents have just become so popular that they just keep re-releasing them, which I think is smart, and I like that because one, I love this scent. If you are looking for a true jelly donut fragrance, like this is it. It's so good. I cannot wait for those of you that have been dying to get your hands on this one to get it and report back. Let me know as soon as you get it. Let me know your thoughts. She's also a major powerhouse. Like this one has a significant strength and throw, and it was perfect from start to finish. Like not a single flaw in the burn of this candle. The wax is still the same shade of white. Basically there's not much wax left in this one. The wick clips worked perfectly, extinguished right at the bottom there. It's just a great candle. I love it. I love it so much. Okay, there's a review of this going up tomorrow as well. This is the Raspberry Coconut Snowball from Homeworx. So I am actually just about almost done with this one. I'm definitely past the halfway point. So that review is going up tomorrow. You guys, I think this is a repackage of something. I'll tell you tomorrow in the video what I think this is a repackage of. I know that this particular scent with this name has been out before, but this smells like a candle that is even, or a fragrance that is even older than the first version of the Raspberry Coconut Snowball that came out in that TSV trio. What was that? That was like a couple of years ago that trio came out. So yeah, anyway, but I think this is something else originally, so stay tuned for that video. I finished Holly Tree from Keepers of the Light. This is a cheerful giver. Keepers of the Light is the name of this candle line of theirs. So you can see that, not the cleanest burn, but this is paraffin, so I'm not surprised. That being said, I really like the scent. Very fresh, very outdoorsy, very authentic. So if you're still into paraffin wax, check out a cheerful giver. I mean, they have some really great scents. I just don't love that they're paraffin personally, but that's just my thing. So if you like paraffin, you burn it all day long. Everyone has their own favorite type of wax. I will say though, I'm kind of digging that coconut wax. It's just a beautiful creamy white. It's very soft though, I will say. All right, so got in a couple more burns of this bad boy, which was also re-released at Kringle, sold out again now as well. Christmas Lights. If it pops back into stock, I think you should get it. It's so good. If you bought it and you love it, or even if you hate it, leave it down below. I mean, we all have our personal preferences, right? Like there might be something that I love that you're like, oh, I bet I'll like that. And then you get it and you're like, ugh. That's gross. But it's just a personal preference thing, right? Like I do my best to try to explain like what my nose is picking up. And if you happen to like a lot of the same things as I do, I think that that can work out really well. But I can also see where sometimes maybe people are just like, yeah, that smells totally different to my nose. There are some things that people smell where I'm just like, I don't smell that at all. But that's what they're smelling. Like it's just that really, truly, noses are so different and so unique in terms of what they pick out of different fragrances and the smells like from the world around us. Like there are some things that I think just are absolutely disgusting and vile to my nose, whereas other people are like, that's delicious. I don't know what your beef is. It smells so good. Let's keep going with Christmas tree candles. You guys, I almost finished it. I should have just let it go and just finished this last little bit of wax. I was burning the hell out of this week. This is Kringle Juniper and Laurel. Again, one of those recommendations in my Kringle holiday tree video. This is so authentic. I really love this one. If you like juniper, you need to get your hands on that one for sure. Here we have Kringle Christmas Stroll and Kringle Christmas, again in the mercury glass jar. Christmas is Siberian fir needles, cedarwood, musk, sandalwood, and wood. Christmas Stroll is balsam fir, pine, green, moss, sweet, spice, and winter air. They are both super authentic, delicious, just, oh, so good. I mean, you cannot go wrong with either one of these fragrances. Just kind of pick whatever floats your boat the most, but I love them both. And these were actually the new ones that I ordered this year. By the way, I have another set coming to me because I did order during that 30% off. I was not going to miss out on that. Nope. So good. All right, we have a Homeworx candle here. So I received 3 candles from Homeworx as PR for the most recent QVC TSV, but they were delivered the day after the TSV. So I never bothered to like talk about these in a haul or anything, because by the time that I got my PR, unfortunately, the TSV had already passed. So these might still be available, but the price is higher now, and I don't think that at the new price, with these being 3 wicks, that they're really that good of a deal. But if you find them on as is and they're like a screaming deal, I would say definitely worth looking into. I've had a pretty decent performance out of this one. Which one is this? This is the Sugared Citrus Fir. This is Mountain Fir Needle, Sugared Citrus, Iced Mint Leaf, and Juniper Sprigs. By the way, I didn't order any of those TSVs. This one's actually really quite nice. It's a little powdery. It's just very interesting. I do love the color of this yellow hobnail glass. I'll definitely be keeping that. Like, I think that'd be cute for a spring floral arrangement, wouldn't it? Someone's sawing a log over here. But yeah, like, this is a pretty good performer. That being said, it is a 3 wick, and I just personally tend to have better luck with the 4 wicks from Homeworx. I don't know. I I do wish that they would just do away with the 3 wicks and stick with the 4 wicks, because I think that it's just a better performing product in terms of consistency for me. So, but I think they're gonna still continue to pump out these 3 wicks. So it just is a thing. All right, sorry, I don't know where that actually cut me off, but I was saying how I wish that the Homeworx would just do away with the 3 wicks overall. I just personally tend to get a better performance out of the 4 wick candles, but I do think that Homeworx will continue to pump out the 3 wicks. For some reason, they really like this format, but it just doesn't work as well for me as the 4 wicks do. So that being said, we do need to go through the wax melts really quickly here. All right, so we have Sleigh Ride from Scentsy. By the way, most of these are Scentsy. I think there is one Kringle in here, but we'll talk about that. Sleigh Ride is new. This is part of, I believe, the holiday, there's like a holiday, is it a trio? No, I think there's like 4 or 5. I'm not a Scentsy consultant, obviously. I borrow this stuff from my bestie, Lisa. So if you have any questions, I would say get in touch with Lisa. I will list what this is a part of in the description box down below, but I think you can get these individually as well. So anyway, Sleigh Ride is definitely a slightly perfumey, but also cooler, like outdoorsy tree kind of scent, but there's a definite perfume note here. It's like almost like a touch of like a floral. It's really interesting. I don't remember the actual fragrance notes on this one, but I'll be looking them up because now I'm kind of intrigued. It smells really great when it's warming. It's a lot warmer and a lot more inviting smelling when this is being warmed. So I actually have this in the dining room right now, and I have it paired with this. By the way, I finished my first brick of this already, and I still have a couple more bricks because I love this scent. This is so good. I don't know that I'm going to put it in my club. I might. But there's already something else going in my club. And I try not to let that get like too large. So anyway, this is orange, spice, and everything nice. This is a really beautiful citrus. Again, there is a slight perfuminess to this. It's a nice fresh orange for sure, but it's not like that super authentic, like fresh squeezed orange. It's a little bit of maybe like a touch of like a spice in here, but for the most part, it's kind of a slightly perfumey orange. But I like it. I think it smells like the holidays. It's not overly spicy, so if you're afraid of spice, I think you'll be good with this one, but definitely yummy. Cashmere leaves. Okay. You guys, I mixed cashmere leaves with apple cider cake from Kringle, and this was the most amazing combo. If you have both of these, you should pair them together. The apple cider cake from Kringle is a very like lovely, warm, baked apple. I think there's also a crust note here for sure, like a tart crust note. It's just I really love this. Now, there were a few people that ordered the apple cider cake on my recommendation that were just like, I don't know, that just didn't speak to me. But this speaks to me. I love this one. But I actually really liked it with the cashmere leaves, so I did a cube of each, and that was a great combo. Cashmere leaves is a really great apple scent. It's a warmer, not super sweet apple scent. It's really nice, though. I like this a lot, so big fan of that. Pumpkin cashmere. Now, this one was kind of light. I like the scent. It's a little, there's kind of an underlying musk note here for me, but it's definitely gourmand. It kind of, in the smallest, tiniest way, reminds me of the roasted pumpkin butter from Bath & Body Works back in the day. Now, it's not like an exact dupe of that. There's some other stuff happening here, but there's almost like, I feel like there's almost like that maybe peanut butter base. I don't know what in here is coming across as slightly peanut butter to me, but I really like this. I just wish it wasn't so light. So probably wouldn't repurchase a bunch of this. This is a Perk Me Up from a Bring Back My Bar at some point this year. I don't remember if it was the January or if it was like the summer Bring Back My Bar. But I definitely saved these for the fall this year. So, and there's a couple that I also want to save for like Christmas. So I like coffee scents at Christmas. So, all right. And an almond croissant. I only had a couple of these in here, and I just finished them up. Almond croissant is in my club. You can't get it unless we all vote to bring it back and bring back my bar the next time that we're voting for something like that. But yeah, I wish that Scentsy would just bring it back, period. Like, put it in a catalog and just leave it in there year round. Make it like one of those like sugar cookie or vanilla bean buttercream type scents, like the ones that are available all the time in terms of the gourmands. I don't know why they did away with that. That was a very bad decision. But if Bath & Body Works is coming out with an almond croissant candle, I did get a little heads up on that, so I'm very curious to see what that's going to smell like. That'll definitely take me back into Bath & Body Works. It's been a little while since I've been in store. I actually haven't picked up any of their holiday candles. Let me know if there's anything from Bath & Body Works that I really need to try that's new. Like, I've tried all of like the stuff that's been available previous seasons. I'm trying to only review new to me fragrances. So if there's anything that's new that is totally worthwhile, let me know in the comments down below. Anyway, thank you guys for being here today. A big thanks to Alf for his incredible snores. He is just sawing up a log down here. But yeah, I appreciate you guys so much. Stay tuned for those candle reviews tomorrow. Please subscribe if you're new. Give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.